there's some stability coming in your life. And whatever that means for you that you've been trying to connect with that required stability to help you pursue it, it could be financial, employment, housing, romantic, family structure, internal being. But that is a message that's coming forward for you today. So I want to share my experience with it and tap into you. So listen to some of the experiences that I've had this morning that have been sharing that with myself so you can connect it in with you. My body's like a receiver. Well, all of our bodies are. Mine's just more deliberate when I'm working with energy. I read into the field by what my body and my experience is telling me. So let's take a peek at what's going on with you. I want you to call up what when I said stability is coming. Trust it. Oh, I didn't say trust it, but that's the other piece that is in there: stability, prosperity, and trust. So when I say that, when I said that, or when I'm saying it right now to you, pull up whatever that is to you. Got it? Take a breath and then release any doubt, fear, confusion. Okay. Now hold yourself in your belly. This is how we're going to create with the energy today. Power up. That's what I heard. Right? That sounds like power up. Power up in the belly. Hold that courage, that knowing, that sun. So when I woke up this morning, my baby pinky toe was sharp. I must have hit it on something yesterday and it chipped or something. But it was sharp. It was like to a point. Okay? I don't know, like trying to stab something. On guard, keep it away. That's what I just heard. Keep anything that's trying to come in, that's trying to knock me off balance. The little baby pinky toe has got its sword up. So I looked up what does the pinky toe mean? And what it means is trust and prosperity. And it's on my right foot, so that's my masculine energy, and it was to a point. It's really asking you to just draw yourself in, kind of like if you're getting ready to draw your sword, you better know what you're doing. Don't let that whoever's on the other side call your bluff because you're going to end up hurt. So, as you're drawing this trust in yourself, you better make sure that your body is aligning with that trust and that knowing. Because a lot of times up here, this is the first space and place that we work with. And then once this is balanced into its knowing, then we can pull it on down into the body and get the body used to feeling whatever that truth is and trusting in that truth. Because prosperity doesn't just mean financial wealth, it means having this thing that you called up grow, flourish, become all that you can even more than you could imagine it to be. And having the courage to hold that and guard that truth. Because as you trust in yourself with that, you better believe there's energy that's going to come in that's going to try to knock you over and say, that's not true. That's not true. And usually we respond in one or two ways, like, oh, you're right. Or we are trying to defend ourselves or trying to make up stuff to, to assure that we are right, trying to prove ourselves. We don't want to do either. Take a deep breath again. We want to stay still in our knowing, keep ourselves balanced, because that's the other thing that the pinky toe does is it's connected to the outer sides of our feet that provide us a stabilization, keep us balanced. And so if we're thinking about like our energy field, We're wanting to keep ourselves in our own field, preventing too much connection from outside and around us, which doesn't mean like go into fear mode, like, oh, I don't want anybody in my field. No, just be intentional that your field is yours right now. And so you may find yourself in more isolation. What do they call that? Bears hibernation. I don't like the word isolation, but hibernation, or just more of your own peace with yourself. And all that you require, especially if you work in a field that you're around a lot of people, just being mindful that your field is your field. And you want to set up some boundaries for that so that you can feel your body. You can feel into your trust. What's being called forward today that's questioning that trust? And then what's your response to it? If it's a response of proving or defending or then just denying yourself, well, what's that going to get you? Where are you going to go with that? Or can you hold yourself true to what you know in your heart? And if that means like tapping into that childhood, if that means tapping into that, do that. If you got to do that multiple times today, do that to stabilize yourself. Because I don't know if we want the pinky toe holding up its sword. Maybe for a little bit, because our child self likes to play. But eventually you got to I cut the toenail, okay? I cut it. And I want to trust my masculine, that energy is moving forward in the way that it is seen as fit and it's making sense, because the masculine is the navigator. It's the direction holder, right? And I'm just, the feminine part of me is just driving Miss Daisy, sitting in the back seat, trusting though myself, trusting where I'm going, what I'm doing, that it makes sense, that it's right for me. It's also connected to the shoulder. So what is the shoulder seen as? Like our wings, right? And our shoulders are what holds our head up high. Hold your head up high right now. I used to, like when I worked in the prison system, the guys would take the pictures and they would always be like this. I'd be like, what are you doing? Now I understand. That is the only power that they had in that closed system. So if you're gonna control how that picture is taken. So how is your picture being taken today? Mine, I think, is gonna be a little sweeter. I want it to be a little softer. But what is yours? It's what's right for you is what's right for you. So the shoulders are also the space that the vagus nerve drains. So I would encourage you to learn about what the vagus nerve is. And each day, just for 30 seconds, just go like this. Rub a little oil. Because remember, when you're oiling yourself, you're anointing yourself. I put oil on my skin every day. I make sure that my body is feeling loved. Even if there's parts of my body I'm like, oh, I wish that was different. I'm honoring and loving my body. But the vagus nerve, again, it makes it easy for you to work with it. And you're just moving it out. It's draining all that and all that energy out. And remember, this space right here is a space of deep truth. So, what you've been working for, what you know is true, that maybe you haven't seen a lot of outcome with, it's stabilizing today. So stabilize in that energy. Bring that star, that North Star in. You know, it's a time of Lent. The North Star, well, I guess that was Christmas. It doesn't really matter. The North Star came in. But remember, the North Star is probably the South Star. The flip has turned. Turning butter. You're churning butter. Mix that stuff up because butter is delicious. Okay, there's a lot of like abstract stuff coming in. So, have a beautiful day. Trust yourself. know that what you want is here.